Welcome to Comrade Media's cultural program, In Pursuit of Roots. Now, let us see the 23rd episode of the cultural program. During the last two episodes, we were discussing the various dress styles of the ancient Kerala or ancient Tamilagam also. Sir mentioned that mostly the scanty use of clothes were compensated by abundance of ornaments. So now we are dealing with the ornaments of ancient Kerala, the ornaments worn by ancient Keralites. The ornaments, when we say, all the people, even from the ancient times, have been showing a craze about ornaments of all kinds. Sir, what kinds of ornaments the people ancient times wore, and which materials they used?
Olden days, we mean Sangam era, 2000 years ago. You're right. People were crazy about ornaments as much as they're crazy now. When we say ornaments, when we look at ornaments from the present day perspective, it is gold and silver that comes to our mind. But those days, so many exotic materials, so inexpensive materials, natural materials were available for making ornaments. We don't classify them as ornaments now. For example, flowers. Anything made of flower is hardly ever considered as an ornament now. Those days, flowers were used in plenty.
Shakuntala wore garlands and forehead.
Right, so much of jasmine
flower. So they were after natural things for the beautification processes.
Yeah, it was the aesthetic sense of the people living in yesteryears was so refined and nice,
natural,
that they preferred something. They want to live closer to nature. They preferred something very natural to be adorned.
Adorned only.
They were not
mainly. They were not after costly substances like
some of them. We will come to that. Some of them. We are now talking about common man.
Okay.
Ordinary women, ordinary men had access to palm leaf. See, wonderful ornaments were made for short-term use using palm leaves, coconut leaves, flowers, taja. We would make a taja paya with it, you know that, palm in bed made of taja, and also ornaments. So such were the materials used, not exactly gold and silver and pearl and all that. That was reserved for the aristocracy. We will come to that. But these kind of things were worn on
ankles,
wrist. And ankles, and neck, nose and forehead, or earring. Earrings are made of ola. Ola is just a coconut leaf, a palm leaf. Ola. You can wear it for one day. That's it. It becomes, the little brittle, and then you throw it off and make another one. Just wear it. So any such thing, inexpensive things available in nature were used for making ornaments. And they would call them ornaments only. So then for exotic things like pulippal, that is the teeth of a tiger, could be used for making pulippal thali. Thali is the locket worn with the chain. The locket was an obsession for Sangam ladies who lived during Sangam era. Their would-be husband or suitors would go hunt a tiger, kill it, bring the teeth and make it into the form of a locket using a minimum of gold to fix it up. And that locket would be worn on just a normal thread or maybe gold.
They were showing their heroism by killing the tigers.
Chivalry, bravery. A husband would be a veeran for every woman who lived in Sankamira.
To prove worthy of her.
The prove worthy of being.
Okay. And would like to know how and when gold acquired this kind of significance.
Gold were always highly sought after. Gold was worn largely by well-to-do people, the malor, that is the higher segments of population, royal people, and then some landed people, Udama Vargam, they say, landed class, aristocracy, they had access to gold. So they wore ornaments. Every ornament worn on neck or ear or studs on the nose or there's a chutti on the forehead or chain on the neck and bangle.
Gold bangles.
Golden bangles. The golden tala. Anklets are called tala. Chilampu Kadi Nomba, we were mentioning about Chilampu Kadi Nomba in another episode. When a girl is about to get married,
she would
remove the old anklet and wear a new one. So that is sometimes silver or gold. Either silver or gold.
The royal ornaments were mostly of gold.
Royal ornaments are mostly gold and precious stones.
Other costly materials like pearls.
Pearls were used. Diamonds, beryl, and topaz, and emerald, and jade, sapphires, all these precious stones with the different colors and shining and carat.
Along with gold.
Some of them were available in near the Kolar gold mines in Karnataka, present-day Karnataka. So that was southern Karnataka, was a part of ancient Tamilagam. So these precious stones would come from there. Present-day Tamil Nadu, not exactly present-day Kerala, present-day Tamil Nadu and present-day southern Karnataka. These precious metal would come. Two sources of pearl happen to be Kaveri Pumpattanam, that is the Chola capital, and also Muchiri Pattanam, that is closer to the Chera capital of Vanchi in near Kodungalur. So Periyar, as we have in another episode, we were mentioning about Periyar being known as Churniyar.
Okay.
The name Periyar came late. It was originally called Churniyar. Churni means a pearl, known as very expensive pearl, known as Chaurneyam, grown in such areas. A river where pearl cultivation, Chaurneyam pearl cultivation happens is called Churniyar.
The corals and pearls were same?
Corals are different. Pearls are different. Pearls, there's tabbed in, it's all some small particle trapped in seashells or some kind of shell, grow into pearl. It takes eons for making a pearl. And the pearl, original pearl, it's not the imitation thing, original, those days, no imitation thing, original pearl, was so rare and so expensive. Not all places could rear pearl on a cultivation basis. Natural pearls are different, cultivating pearls are different. So those two areas in Chola land, that is Chola Pattanam, Kaveri Pumpattanam, and Chera land, Muchuri Pattanam. These two were the centers where pearl was available in plenty, and pearl, instead of wearing in Chera land, they would export. It would fetch huge profit. Pearl trade.
Pearl trade. Okay.
Roman emperors, empresses, including Cleopatra, is said to believed to have worn pearl and also consumed pearl as an eatable. They would break the pearl and then make it into paste and add it with some liquor and drink it. So pearl, they use it as aphrodisiac. So Aphrodites. So that is why pearl was in high demand in the Roman Empire, and they used to buy pearl in addition to black gold, pepper and other spices. So pearl was exported. It was worn also here.
So actually, what were the main sources of gold in those days?
We did not have much of a
Karnataka mine.
Of course, we were not doing mining. The Sankham literature does not give a clear hint about mining available in Tamil Nadu. But gold would come otherwise as the price, as money in exchange of commodities traded with Rome. See,
that
from
you
the Arab
mentioned
world,
in another episode.
In the Arab world, the traders would be bringing gold in the form of Roman coins called sesterce or Roman dinar, all made of gold. Of course, silver also is there. Golden coins and silver coins, and gold has an intrinsic value. And these coins were given as price
For
spices. Especially for pepper.
Black gold.
Black gold pepper. Pepper prices, as we know, is decided by Kutuvan.
It was explained.
Once the gold is procured or gold is saved or received in Chera land, it gets distributed among big time merchants and their lady folk, and from them to other people who could afford gold. And they will preserve gold for ornament purpose. They will just pierce the gold and put a hole and use it as a locket. The coins bearing the bust of Caesar, Roman Caesars, would be adorning as the locket of ladies. And also men. Also even kings. They may disfigure, they may sometimes chisel up or melt it into ornaments, melt it and make fresh ornaments, or wear it just like that. That was as locket. And along with that, we were talking about thali, right? We had Aimpada thali, Nagapada thali, all lockets. Puli pal thali, and Pultali Kutam. That is the number of small thalis together as a bunch of things. That is also considered as a locket. So these are all extremely precious, things involving gold also. Thali making involve gold.
A puli thali is semi-gold.
It is gold, partially gold, two teeth.
Frame the teeth.
Two teeth of on either side. And also that teeth in reverse, in the reverse order, which is tied with gold or gold strings or whatever, and worn as a thali.
The same thing about ivory also.
Same thing happens with ivory also. Some ornaments were made of ivory. That is white. The color contrast is there. The ivory color and gold. The color contrast is there.
Just like the dressing code. Did there exist any segregation, or all people were allowed to wear ornaments the same type, the same amount?
Not exactly during the Sankham period. Sankham era was characterized by a kind of social egalitarianism, egalitarianism, distributive culture, and of course there were Melor and Kiror, but nobody was actually forcefully segregated. But the lower strata did not have enough resources to purchase gold, therefore they refrained from wearing gold. They prefer to wear some other things, the cheaper materials. But other than post-Sangham, social stratification took place. Post-Sangham period. That is a time when by executive orders, by legislations, by whatever legal methods, lower strata of society, the backward classes in society, today's Dalits and Adivasis and Harijan and today's Irava community, equivalent of that, their forefathers were deprived of the right to wear gold. And certain communities, including the Brahmin community, the Nair community, Nazrani community, were allowed restrictive use of gold.
Only restrictive?
Not all communities were given unlimited use of things. Of course, Brahmins, they were controlling everything, including Maharaja, they were controlling. So there was no check on the Brahmins' right to wear gold. But other communities, the Nazrani community, certainly were given the right to use gold ornaments by certain copper plates, royal declarations and chepped, which gave them the higher status through giving them the right to wear gold.
Some kind of license.
License to wear gold, yeah.
Nairs also.
Of course, Nairs are a hybrid community.
So, of course, there was restriction.
There is restriction. Certainly, there is restriction. Not complete restriction, but limited kind of restriction. They were allowed. Does not mean that they would all be wearing like a Maharaja. But certainly, all gold comes to the royalty, right? Because to avoid king attacking a region, they may be giving certain amount in gold in exchange of non-attack. To defense or deterrence. Gold would be provided. That gold goes into the kitty of the Maharaja. So that's royal ornament. It sometimes comes with ornament. Ornaments worn by the neighboring chieftain's wife or children, and that goes into the kitty of the major king. And that will be ultimately going to the temple, like Sri Padmanabha temple, where such kind of offerings to the Maharaja are kept. See, it's not a personal offering to Maharaja. Because of his official capacity as Maharaja, gold is offered. And that gold invariably goes into the reservoir.
There existed any kind of tax for wearing
gold, wearing gold by certain communities involved taxes. Many punna was one tax. Only punna was another tax. If somebody belonging to a lower class wanted to wear gold, that lady is supposed to pay, is expected to pay a certain amount of tax for earning the right to wear gold. So that's called Meni Punna. Meni is body. Wearing gold on body, some part of the body. And Puli Punna, Meni Punna are all taxes collected during post-Sangham period. That's how the 8th century onwards.
What about the hoarding and storing of the gold ornaments and articles of those days?
Maharaja, of course. Sri Padmanabha temple is the repertoire of gold that accrued over a long period of time, centuries. The Marthanda Varmas from time one after the other was getting gold from several sources. For others, for enemies, for invaders, preventing invaders to take away gold. The safest abode, the safest place where gold could be kept would be the cellars of the temples. That incidentally happened to be a kind of exchequer.
So the largest cellar of that kind is
perhaps the largest reservoir of gold at this point of time could be the cellar, still to be opened, seller of Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple located in Trivandrum.
And what about the transferring of the gold ornaments from generation to generation?
Yes, gold get transferred. This is gold, the value of gold remains always high. So gold is a kind of asset to be transferred from parents to children and grandchildren, generations to generations. Normally it happens at the time of marriage. That is how the marriages become very important. Marriage is a time when the
transferring of the gold,
transferring of the gold of the mother, or the family's gold, a portion of it, to the girl child who is getting married. Say 101 sovereigns of gold was a standard thing. Even now, it is a standard thing. So that kind of that is how the dowry system also comes. It's associated. It's connected. The dowry system is connected with the wealth to be given to the girl child is transferred to the girl child at the time of marriage in the form of gold and ornaments for a certain sovereigns, maybe 100 or 50 or whatever. So that happened. That tendency was right from the Middle Ages. That tendency was there. Dowry system was there.
Any segregation or variety in a religious background for ornaments?
All communities during Sangam period wore ornaments.
Tali is common.
Tali is
between
Tali is something because even Syrian Christians have kind of tali which they call minna. Minna is essentially the Christians in the Western world, European Christians or Americans, don't, they say, I wed you with a ring. They had a culture of ring, that was gold ring. Was gold ring. And they don't give so much of gold at the time of marriage. There's nothing called dowry system. But here, it is all embedded. Dowry system, transfer of gold, and thali. And thali is the Christian way of minna. The Hindus call it thali. A different purpose, of course, a different religious connotation, of course, but still gold. We are only talking about the gold component of it. So it has a religious significance also. Muslim community, Christian community, Hindu community, all were wearing gold. And of course, Buddhist community also was using gold, not for ornament purposes, for religious purposes, for adorning the pagodas and the monasteries. Gold was there. So gold was an ideal reserve for not only Maharajas, but also for wealthy individuals. For stability of wealth, gold always remained, the yellow metal always remained precious.